Hello, everybody. Okay, sailing prepper here. Gonna make this short and sweet, okay? First of all, I'll announce when I first tried to do this, I put down as the list of bombing in Ukraine, and YouTube wouldn't let me go on StreamYard to do this, so I'm doing this now this way. I basically retitled it and it let me through. So, while I was in Prepper Nation, somebody came through with the possibility or a news report saying that Russia was shelling Ukraine in some type of school there. So I checked RT News, a bunch of others didn't see anything about it. And I actually went on my phone, and you could do this too. Google search Russian embassy in the Washington area, the Russian embassy in Washington. The first two, you're going to get a voicemail. The first two numbers there. One is a buddy of mine. He's not going to answer because he doesn't come in until later on in the evening, anyways. So Jules won't answer. So you go down to the third one, and the third number they have listed for the Russian embassy. I spoke to the lady at the secretary's desk. Okay, or at least I think she was the secretary, or for the ambassador that was in at the moment. And I asked her about this. Long story short, she had no clue what was going on. And she assumed that it was just more American propaganda some news outlet spewed out. Her words, not mine. Okay? So, you want to call? I suggest going down to the third number. When you Google search, call it, ask them yourself. Nothing's better than going to the source, right? So, found a little bit here and there. There's not much. Anyways, I believe it's a false flag, probably by the Biden administration to try to get his stuff up due to the fact that it is on the news and on RT News, by the way, that Russia just signed a piece of paper, an agreement or whatnot, stating that they will not invade Ukraine. They signed a piece of paper saying they won't. They did that today, literally within the last 5 hours, with some members of the European Union. Okay? They put it in writing. My thoughts are they're not going to do anything right as they're pulling their troops away because their exercises were done, which was scheduled exercises. So now they're pulling their troops away, which they've been doing over the last couple of days. And they're not going to do it when they sign a piece of paper, the very day they sign a piece of paper saying they're not going to invade Ukraine. So this is more United States propaganda bullshit. Okay? Yeah. Like I said, I literally called up the Russian embassy. I have no problem doing that. I don't care if it makes me seem like a nut job or people go, oh my God, but anyone can do it. You could do it. I can do it. You know, you could just call them up. They're not going to do it when they just sign that piece of paper. They're not going to do it, when they're pulling away their troops from the border already. This sounds like everybody realized, goes, oh, this is a false flag because the United States said it was going to be the 14th. How many times we said that this was something was going to happen? Britain has said it was going to happen. Then look at all the stuff that's actually going on in these three countries. Actually, three, because I'll also add Canada into this. If you actually look at Canada, you got that guy up at Canada. Yeah, you got the guy up at Canada who just put these draconian rules where he's messing with people's uh, money on top of everything else, freezing their accounts. You got Biden, who's literally, got this whole thing with, having the lowest ratings and all this other stuff with the election coming up. And I hate to say it again, but with the American elections coming up, every president who that I know of that ever has gone to war has been a president who's kept his presidency, even if he was a shitty president and about to lose it. You look back in history, it's all been that way. And you go to Britain, and you got that one guy, I forgot his name, but literally, well, he had lockdowns. He was going to parties and stuff, and they're getting really upset with him. So he got involved into all this. And he's actually, you know, ending up going into all that, where he's pushing this whole narrative. Why? Because it deflects. It puts our mind on Ukraine and Russia, and that's why they're doing it, in my personal opinion. Not only that, but it also brings up companies like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Raytheon. They just sent trillions of dollars, or at least billions of dollars, sorry, not trillions, into Ukraine for weapons. Okay? Billions of dollars of weapons into Ukraine. You have literally Nazis there. Okay? That's what their government has been made up of since, 2015, 2016. And our CIA and our special forces are training these actual Nazis. They're not, pretend Nazis or guys that are just racists, like we have here in the United States that celebrate that shit because they're stupid. These are actual full blown Nazis like you would have had in World War II. Okay, this is a military that actually carries the swastika, along with other Nazi paraphernalia. They actually have, writings that were based on Nazis. They believe in the same stuff that Nazis did, and we're supporting them 100% at the United States. We'll throw one last thing in there on this Nazi thing, and then I'll stop about it. December 17th, you can Google it. Okay, the United Nations decided to send a proposal bill out where they wanted everybody to vote on denouncing Nazis. Two countries decided not to. One was the United States, the other one was Ukraine. It's as simple as Google searching it. We actually voted against it. We didn't sustain from voting. We actually voted against that. Okay, bill. Well, every other country voted for it. It's just a matter of set of facts throwing out there. But yeah, I believe that this is just something for a false flag for a couple of basic reasons, and the fact that they kept saying, I believe it was February 15th, there was supposed to be something going to happen, whether a false flag or something like that. A few days later, when everybody goes, nothing happened, and of course, Russia started on that day pulling their troops away. On that particular time, I think everybody just went, well, we got to do something. So whether it's a news outlet or something actually is happening with bombings, you know, it could be completely faked, it could be non-faked. I will also throw out there, if you go all the way back to Vietnam, there was a thing called the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Okay, just to give you an example. The Gulf of Tonkin incident was when the United States said that the Vietnamese were attacking American Navy with gunships, little what do you call little like cigar boats or something. Same thing, in my opinion. You go back to the 1970s, they had a thing called the Pentagon White Papers, which a man actually came out with, and he was a member of the New York Times, I believe. Somebody leaked it to him, and he published it. The New York Times did, which stated that the United States literally faked the Gulf of Tonkin incident. They were just firing guns into the air. There was no attack or anything, which got us into the Vietnam War. I think this is something similar to that people are just trying to do, or they're just trying to deflect. So, not something worth worrying about. Okay? Like I said, again, I just 20, 30 minutes ago, whatever it's been, got off the phone with the Russian embassy, and they're as dumbified as I am about it. Here's Sailing Prepper. You guys have a good one. I'm going to still try to make some videos and stuff. You have a good day, folks. Sailing Prepper signing out. Bye.